Okay, I made 1,000 videos, so I thought that after 21,000 subscribers, it makes sense for me to, one, thank you guys for making this channel the success that it obviously is. And it's pretty much because of you guys. Uh, you're what makes a channel, and just to fill in some new subscribers on how I do things here. First, I don't block anyone. Second, I don't delete any comments. Although I have had some weird situations where YouTube would automatically turn on comment approval only setting. I don't know why that happens, but it does every once in a while. But that's generally the rules on this channel. And just so you guys get to know who I am and what I've done and what I'm about, I decided to go over some questions I found on the internet, and actually one that someone asked me. Okay, a lot of people ask about the push-ups, and the push-ups are my response to a medical emergency that happened last year. I was required to lift and carry a family member, and I struggled to do so. I managed to do it, but I realized that I needed to build more muscle. I needed to become a little bit stronger. You know what is a family situation. You have to be prepared to carry family members. First, how do you stay focused on prepping despite the normalcy bias? It's something that you fall victim to when you assume that everything's always going to go the right way. But if you're logical, you shouldn't have a problem overcoming this at all. Someone asked me, how do I keep my sanity in prepping? How do I stop myself from getting depressed? It's really simple. I do a number of things that relaxes me. One of the things I like to do is actually write. I like to write screenplays. Another thing I like to do is go walking. Sometimes I jog around the track. Sometimes I turn off the light and turn on the music, PlayStation 3, and dance in the dark to whatever music I'm in the mood to hear. It could be Britney Spears, or it could be a Tribe Called Quest. It could be anything, or Outkast, Bombs Over Baghdad, especially that. You don't have to be a good dancer. That's why the lights are off. So even I don't have to watch myself dance. But anyway, what are my core beliefs? One of my core beliefs is to always seek knowledge. Don't be afraid to go out and learn something different. I don't want to be the type of person who isn't interested in new things. So I always want to seek knowledge. I always look for logical and rational ways of solving problems and really assessing any given situation. Rationality, knowledge, and freedom. Protecting my rights, protecting what makes me a free human being. Whether it be protecting my right to bear arms or protecting my right to say what I want to say. As long as I'm not infringing on other people's rights, I should be able to say what I want to say. So those are 3 core beliefs of mine. What is your heritage? Okay, I'm black, okay? I'm a black guy with a German name. There's a heritage right there. Would you expect a DNA test or something? That's the only answer I can give you in terms of heritage. I don't have a lot of background. Well, speaking of culture, not much there. Sorry. Look here, John Turkey. I'm blacker than Shab's jacket. Can you dig it? Anyway, what's one thing that you cannot live without? It's going to be very difficult to live without the internet, okay? I've been online since the mid-90s, and I can't even imagine what the world would be without the internet. I mean, yeah, I don't mind getting my water from a well, but as long as I can get online, So I guess it sort of sucks for me if I'm right about the whole collapse scenario. Doesn't mean that we're going to have a societal collapse, I'm hoping it doesn't get that bad for crying out loud. It'll just be an economic and political collapse. But anyway, what's your favorite hobby? I like to write screenplays, uncommissioned, just write stories of my own. I also like to play SimCity 4. It's sort of like it's a city simulation game. It's a city building and simulation game. That was a pretty fun game. What are my greatest accomplishments? Well, I mean, college, even though the degree was pretty much useless, I needed college to really develop really basic skills, writing skills. I learned a lot about writing in college. I learned a lot about critical thinking in some areas. I was exposed to a lot of different ideas. So, going through all those classes, I still consider it to be a worthwhile accomplishment because coming from the public schools that I came from, even though we had some good teachers there, I was not prepared for college. Let's just say that it was definitely a transition. Probably my favorite one would be going to Alaska for about 2 years. I joined AmeriCorps for 1 year to help kids apply for scholarships. I helped a lot of kids get scholarships. It made it easier for them to go to college, and I also ran a website. And I spent a lot of time doing side volunteering as well. You know, I volunteer for WISH, you know, Women in Safe Homes. I volunteer for KYI, Catch Can Youth Initiatives. So that was kind of cool. You know, I was able to actually physically build some things for them, help them out with their paintball field, give some kids some things to do, you know, in that town. So I was in a town called Ketchikan, Alaska, which, by the way, is a wonderful town. And if you're in Ketchikan, Alaska, hey, what's up? Anyway, my greatest, well, what are some of my talents? Well, I do consider writing to actually be one of my talents. You know, creative writing, I should say. It's pretty much one of my talents. I'm very good at picking up on internet programs or really computer programs. I'm very good at figuring that stuff out pretty quickly. So those are some things I'm pretty good at. You know, I've done all kinds of side jobs. Everything from sidewall, from drywall to I helped out on siding, and I've been on some roofing jobs, you know, all kinds of stuff, painting, interior, exterior, a lot of different stuff. So not really my talents, but you know, I'm able to do different things without struggling too much, so I can adapt pretty well. That's one of my talents. Okay, name one thing that you would want to do before you die. I would love to go to Germany. Yeah. Ich spreche nur ein bisschen Deutsch. However, I still want to go to Germany. It means I only speak a little German. You know, I'll be like, Guten Tag, ich bin Reginald Keigler und Dreisig. Good day. I am Reginald Keigler, and I'm 30. I don't know why I would say that to anyone, but, you know, I'll probably be like, wo ist die Toilette? Where's the toilet? Where's the bathroom? You know, so anyway, I guess that's another thing I'm sort of into. I would love to go to Europe. I'd love to go to Asia. Oh, here's the next question. Places I've traveled to, places I would like to go. I haven't really been so much anywhere. It's like I was at Chicago's airport, you know. Of course, I was in Ketchikan, Alaska. Had a great time there. I was there for almost 2 years. I visited Anchorage, which is actually a lot bigger than people think. I think it's about 300,000 people there or more. 375,000 people there. There's a lot of people there. A lot more. It's bigger than Flint for sure. And I was there for about a week, and I just loved it there. I went to this one place, Moose's Lounge or Beartooth Theater or whatever. Oh man, they serve you food while you watch independent movies. Wonderful, wonderful. Actually, I've been to California and Las Vegas. I was in Vegas for a week, and that was fantastic. I saw a lot of cool shows, walked around the Strip. I was mostly in Paradise City, in the Strip, on Vegas Strip. And I was in California for about 5 days. But you know, in LA, if you don't have any money and you don't have a car, you're not really in LA. I mean, it's not like being locked in a basement or something. Although I did get a chance to go to Venice Beach, and that was pretty cool. Okay, what is your favorite phrase in life? Well, you know what that is. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Actually, another really good one would be those who sacrifice their freedoms for security deserve neither, and will get will deserve neither, and will probably lose both. It's a little bit like that, a little bit different, but I love that phrase. I love that. I love it a lot because it's so fitting, especially for our times. Okay, what is the best and worst thing you've ever done? Okay, the worst thing I've ever done, my mom used to work at this elementary school, and I basically clowned around and I failed a grade. Okay, and I felt so terrible telling my mom that I had failed a grade because she worked there. It must have been really embarrassing for her, and it's hard to even think about today. So I sort of felt like, you know, I let my mom down and let myself down. I've done a lot of other petty things, but it has to be one of the worst. Okay, the best thing, yeah, probably my volunteering. That's been some of the better things I've done. You know, there's been some other instances, but those are some of the things I'm mostly proud of. Okay, who had the greatest influence on you? I don't know. Unfortunately, Walker, Texas Ranger. I'm kidding. Actually, yeah, I love that show. I hate to say that television had such a great influence on me, but it did. You know, the Cosby Show, A Different World. It changed. It definitely had an influence on me. You know, at a time when a lot of people my age in my area were getting involved in drugs and all kinds of stupid behavior, embracing this thug culture. I sort of embrace different things, and a lot of it had to do with television. So, you know, a lot of people rag on television for having such a negative influence. There's good things and good lessons learned from television. Yes, even television. But I guess you have to have common sense to really pick up on it. But yeah, childhood obsessions. I was obsessed with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I had so many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was crazy. I mean, I was like a hardcore Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. I still remember the theme song. And I'm not even going to sing it because I'm worried that this video might get tagged for copyright because it might be a copyright song. But I do know the lyrics, even to this day. The orange one was Michelangelo. The blue one, the leader, Leonardo. He's the one with the sword. And Michelangelo had a nunchucks. Raphael had the Sage, the red one. He's a sarcastic one. Donatello, the purple one, very intelligent. He had the stick. I disturbingly note. It's really disturbing how much I remember, actually. Oh, She-Ra. Oh, man, I was really obsessed with her. I had my mom get a She-Ra doll just so I could play with She-Ra. Oh, I was in the store, right? I told her, that's the one. And I snuck outside the store, and she bought the doll, and oh no, it was an action figure. Oh my god. Yeah, an action figure, sure. If you say so. Yeah, the action figure. And as soon as she walked out the store with I walked right next to her like she just picked up some drugs or something. Like, okay. Oh boy, my favorite superhero, Batman, by far. Is the only one that's practical to me. Superman was lame. I mean, because once you got a hold of the kryptonite, he was weak, and I just saw this goofy. I don't know. I never liked it. It seemed like a really kids type of superhero, but this was more realistic. Batman was all because he didn't have superpowers. You know, it was this guy with a whole lot of money using gadgets and stuff, and his martial art abilities to really kick some butt. You know, so that's what I was pretty much into. Actually, I would have to say that Buffy the Vampire Slayer is probably one of my favorite superheroes. You know, I actually like female superheroes a lot, actually, a lot. Very much into those type of characters. I like any type of female that whoops ass in movies and television. Let's see, seriously, my greatest influence. I would have to say Audrey Hepburn. She was a sexy, refined, elegant woman. Great actress. And obviously, I'm not taking fashion tips from her, because obviously she hasn't influenced my fashion, because my fashion is nothing like hers. If you recall it fashion, yeah. But I like the way a lot of her characters sort of present themselves in a very refined, very sensible manner, and I try to conduct myself in that way. And I like the nuances with her characters, so it's sort of influenced the way that I actually try to behave around other people. One of my favorite one of my favorite plays ever would have to be A Doll's House. This is something that has definitely influenced my writing. I love the ending. I love how the writer wasn't afraid to go with something that was unconventional. I love Stephen King's The Stand. Probably one of my favorite books ever. But anyway. Alright guys, that's all I have to say. Share your thoughts. Have a good day, and don't forget the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Bye.